Hi, everyone. Welcome to Staying Compliant with KW Advanced Consultant. My name is Keisha Wilson. I am the founder of KW Advanced Consultant, and I just want to say thank you so much for signing up to this YouTube channel. Thank you for sticking around. I know it's been a while, almost a year, since we've done a video. It's been a lot that's happening. I am going to tell you guys all about it over the next few weeks. But when they say life is really lifing. If anyone has followed me or is following me on other platforms such as LinkedIn or Instagram, you know I've shared my story a few times about how we lost our house last year in a neighbor's house potential gas leak and gas explosion. And so that was a lot. As a business owner, you continue to work and you continue to show up, for your clients as well as your students and continue to teach. But some things just had to take a pause for a second. And unfortunately, the YouTube ones, it was a bit much. But with everything, you get back to doing what you love and sharing knowledge and information with the audience is something that I love. I love to share what I know. I love to see people progress and do amazing things in life. And so any information that I could bring you guys, I always will always do that. So if you have not signed up or have shared this channel with someone, I want you to do that. And I'm going to be sharing, of course, as always, different knowledge and information with you all in the coming weeks. We know that last week, I have a newsletter coming out later on this week, which, we had Hurricane Melissa that tore through Jamaica. And, I saw a post and it talks about like race and trauma that it comes with like natural disasters. We know that Hurricane Beryl went through Grenada last year, and I'm from there, and it tore through Carriacou and really like, flattened a lot of the homes. And we had fires that happened in California. And so, like, all of these things are things that we go through day to day, floods, fire, but there's real trauma behind these things. So, of course, if you know anyone that's going through trauma, went through trauma, you definitely want to give them grace because we show up, right, daily. I know some of you have seen me speaking in conferences still again because as entrepreneurs, if we don't work, right, money does not come in and we show up for our clients. But, sometimes it takes a while to process, right, certain things and trauma and rebuild life after losing your home after 20 years, right? But so happy to be with you guys today. So that's a little bit about where I've been. Um, but quickly, I just wanted to talk to you about telehealth. I know we're in a landscape post September 30th, 2025. For those of you that were in San Diego Regional, I gave you an update about that. No pressure there, right? My presentation was October 6th, and I had to ask for extensions because we were in this landscape of what happens. So right now we are definitely past September 30th. Right now is November, and we are still in the shutdown. We have Medicare patients, millions of Medicare patients that have not been receiving care. CMS has put out a MLN, they put out FAQs. I am going to link those for you to review the FAQs, review the MLNs, where they had asked the max to hold. Claims for up to 10 days, but October 21st, now MACs have been instructed to release those claims. We also heard guidance, and this is where ABN's Advanced Beneficiary Notice, and I'm going to do a video on that. If some of you heard my podcast with CJ Wolf last year, we talked about ABNs and how organizations utilize them and are not utilizing them. And this is a perfect time when you should utilize them because right now these are non-covered services and you don't know if it will be paid or not. But you do want to give it to your patients way in advance that they make an informed decision about what is going on if they decide that they want to pay for these services, right? Because eventually this ABN is saying, hey, you may be responsible, patient, for this bill if CMS does not cover it. So you want to explain that to them. You want to make sure that the form is filled out in its entirety. Right now, the current form doesn't expire until January of 2026. So you want to make sure you're utilizing it, that you understand it. CMS has a website that you can go to where you can download the form in English and in Spanish, small print or large print for those that wear glasses, right? So you want to take a look at that as well. And some organizations have said, no, the patients need to come back in person, they have an ABNs, or some just because continuity of care in the patient population that they're serving, they don't want to bring them through that. And right now they have, kind of eaten some of the cost when it comes to this. But that is CMS. So I want you to keep in mind that commercial payers, state Medicaids have already had a lot of things set in place when it comes to telehealth, when it comes to permanency. New York State Medicaid, for example, in their PDF, they're continuing to pay payment parity until April of 2026, right? So this is to show you a lot of state already had regulations. They had bills passed regarding telehealth, making audio only permanent. So you have to look at federal level versus state level, right? So that's just my little freebie from you. If you want to learn more about the telehealth, Sanal Patel and I had an amazing 6.5 hour workshop called the Telehealth Playbook 2025 and 2026 that you can catch on demand on KW Advanced Consultants website for more information. But stay tuned as I continue to update you on the landscape of telehealth, right, in the United States right now when it comes to our Medicare patients. So I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. It's awesome to be back. And I will see you all for the next video. Have a good day, everyone.